he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
Hey guys, welcome to the Think Tank. Hey Mexie.
Hello. Is it Thursday? It's Thursday, right? It's Thursday. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, it was garbage day. Did you remember to put your garbage out?
No, that's tomorrow, so that has to be tonight. But now that you mention
you guys
it,
are Fridays.
Hold on. Let me talk to the garbage disposal guy. 1 second.
Okay. Hey Shauna, thanks. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Metaphorically, folks, not for real. So yeah, we've got a little bit to look at tonight. The wife, of course, of this Rex has filed for divorce. Yeah, and her lovely comment of, it is what it is, when somebody asked basically about what was going on with her husband, and said, this has been happening, and she's like, okay, is what it is.
Is it though? Is it? She acts like her grass didn't get cut on Wednesday. Like, oh, it is what it is.
It's true. Like, she's like odd. Yeah.
Now I'm starting to really wonder if those hairs were there by accident or not. Like,
Maxie. Ay.
With a comment like that, she's got like no remorse, no soul. Like, it feels like most people, I would feel like if I found out that my significant other was a freaking lunatic,
it would be very traumatic.
That I would be like, I am so sorry.
Oh, absolutely. Now, is what it is.
This monster that he is. Like,
I'm
sorry.
Yeah. And it doesn't sound like not 1,000%, but it doesn't sound like they're disgusted, but that's where it seems to end.
I mean, it's like she forgot to put sugar in her homemade cake. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Right?
You just ruined dinner. Like, this woman, I just I don't know what's up with her. I don't like that comment. It seems really just off.
Well, it just sounds so what is the word? Heartless, I guess. Just plain heartless. It's like, oh my God. So I've got that, and then I've got I came up with one. Daily Mail is saying that he's got ties to Atlantic City as well. Have you guys ran across that?
I mean, that would make sense. That's just right. Wait, is that New Jersey? Is it
Atlantic City?
Is that Atlantic City, New Jersey?
I think so, actually. I don't know all of my
he had property in South Carolina, so, it only would make sense to
it would
make a pit stop. Hi, JJ.
Yeah, she was embarrassed, right, Shauna? Like, what? So that, and then I found on Discord. Hello, James. How you doing, friend?
What'd you find on Discord?
You guys... Well, you guys had been posting a few things, and I really liked the one that's the mapping of the Long Island victims.
Yeah, I stole those from Grizzly.
Is that from Grizzly?
Grizzly to Grip. I mean, they're not hers per se.
But did she use it?
She's used them before, but they're from somebody else.
Yeah, dandenny.com.
Yeah, they're really good, aren't they?
Yeah.
We had them in our description. It's probably something that you'd want to do. Just put in your description because
absolutely.
they do
But I've
work.
also got the timeline from the gilgocase.com. But yeah, that's generally if I'm going to use anybody's anything.
Oh.
What?
Write it down. Eastbound Strangler is from Atlantic City.
Oh?
Yeah, I'm getting my post-it. That's interesting. I know they're looking at South Carolina too, so.
Eastbound. Well, what the hell?
And you know those like burlap saps?
Mm-hmm.
They're duck hunting.
Yes. Yes. Isn't that something?
Dude.
But there's one thing that is very big in that area, and it's actually duck hunting. It seems like that's what there is to hunt. Well, hello. How
I
you
know. Perry always comes in with just like, hey, good info. Like, Perry, you're like across the ocean. Like, how do you know these things?
Oh, the same thing goes for James, though, right?
I know. I don't like to give James that much credit, though. He's a Trump
So yeah, I've got that. And then there's also a timeline from gilgocase.com. But I'll look at this mapping before I get into it too far.
It's pretty easy. Like scrolling through it, it just like maps it for you.
Yeah, I'm thinking more along the lines of that I'm not going to get a copyright strike. I don't want that. I don't like it.
Why make a website if you're going to strike people for using it?
I know. But I am always super, super careful. Like you said, make sure that it's put in the description. And I just think that's proper anyways if you're using somebody's
I mean,
stuff.
especially if they're doing good work, like, because that saves me time from making freaking. I'll make one anyway, but it is nice when someone else does the work. It's really nice.
Oh my word.
Sorry, I'm on tonight.
Trumpton, I say. Trumpton. Ew.
You know, we're going to go back in time to veto his presidency. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, what the hell is
that? We're doing it over. We going back.
It's a redo. It's a redo. Can't they do a redo all the way back to his daddy's like little swimmy spermies there and like just make him non-exist? Because if they can go that far, maybe they can just erase the mofo right off the map.
I mean, I wouldn't want to erase it. Maybe just like have him have like a broken tail so you can't make it that far up the tube.
I'd erase him. If I could. Yeah, I'd erase him. Yeah.
You guys not watch The Great Sperm Race?
The Great Sperm Race.
I recommend
it. Hello, Bruja. So yeah, obviously his he had swimmers, mother fricker. Ay. So the first thing I've got up is the wife filing for divorce. So before I even get into that, what do you think of that? Already filing for the divorce, like not any, oh, it couldn't be him. It's not him. What are you guys thinking? You don't know him. It's like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah, if we could all be as faithful as Richard Allen's wife, I'm sure everybody would love that.
Oh, my word.
But dude, I'd be out the door too. I mean, let's be for real.
But
Like,
how do you instantly, though, go to somebody you've been with for 25 years to all of a sudden, okay, yeah, he's been unaliving girls left, right, and center. I'm out of here. Like, I would say, no, it wasn't my hubby. Like, what the hell's wrong with your thought process? Like, I'd be feisty about it, not go, okay, it is what it is.
must
I'm
have
getting a
showed her some
divorce.
really good evidence. I mean, I'm sure she was there for them taking everything out of the house. She
Well, it
probably saw
also,
things she had no idea were even
yeah,
in there.
what I'm thinking is, maybe there was stuff happening behind closed doors that nobody's
Oh,
aware of
yeah, I mean,
that would lead them to believe, because he's out of there. All three of them, the mom, the son, the daughter, they were hoofing her to that
so
courthouse.
he either was a terrible, terrible person to his family,
Mhm.
and they picked up on certain things. I mean, I refuse to believe that people are that spacey.
Yeah,
You
hey.
know, especially when you hang out and you're with someone day in and day out, you kind of pick up on certain things.
Well, you'd certainly think so, right? You'd certainly think so. But then there is also that thing when it comes to, true love is blind. And I mean, I've seen, yeah, denial takes a little while to wear off too. And that's the
Mhm.
thing. Like, I would be in instant denial thinking, You're
Oh,
planting the
yeah.
shit. It's not him." But if I was living with somebody that was fairly,
Abusive,
yeah, yeah, then a person maybe could,
manipulative, controlling.
all those words,
'Cause
right?
I can see him being exactly those things. In that
Yeah.
interview that he did, where he's talking about what he did for a living, because he's an architect, but
He's
he
not what he
doesn't
makes himself out to be, though.
no, he doesn't do that field. He is like the middleman for architects. So he's the one that does like the negotiations for buildings, kind of like city
And he does
codes and whatnot.
inspections and
Yeah.
exactly.
So he's
Yeah,
in a different kind of field that is still needed, but a different field. And the way he was speaking,
that's true too, Bruja. That's very
just
true.
you can tell that he thinks he's above is the easiest way
Oh,
for me to explain it.
absolutely. Absolutely. That interview that they had with, I don't know, Home and Garden or whoever they wanted to, that guy, you look at him trying to be all like professional and together, and you look at him and he looks fairly docile. He doesn't look like a monster. But you look at that mugshot, oh man, you see another side of that dude. That guy's got scary, scary eyes, and they look vacant. There's no, oh, soft me,
Um, what I noticed about his eyes, because usually people fall for those blue-eyed people,
right?
because they're beautiful. Blue-eyed people are beautiful. And they have this sparkle, this light to
This little
them.
twinkle.
And then you look at this guy who has some really nice baby blues, and there's
Yeah.
nothing. They're dull.
Yeah. Yeah. Like they really, I know I say this a lot, but it's truly the closest thing I can think of. When a fish dies, their eyes. A lot of these guys, I mean, it's almost like it's just, well, it is, it's empty. And it just seems to me that, yeah, numbers and codes. Exactly, Shauna, numbers and codes. Hey, girls, it was great chit chatting with y'all today. That was awesome. You see, and I like brown eyes, dark skin, dark hair, like kind of, yeah, yeah. The first guy with blonde hair and blue eyes I ever dated, oh my God, he was sleeping with everybody. I even walked in, he was sleeping with my roommate, and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of
I
done with
didn't
this
say that
shit.
they were the best. They are the best.
Yeah, no, I'm going back. And yeah, they might be, I mean, that's just me. Yeah, that's just me. So let's check this out. Let's see what we've got going here.
Learned that 6 days after suspect Rex Huermann was taken into custody, his wife has filed for the divorce.
CBS 2's Jennifer Bisram reports it comes as more women are coming forward, sharing their chilling encounters with him.
When we executed the search warrant, and one of the reasons why we didn't want to arrest the defendant at his home is because we knew he had permits for 92 handguns.
Suffolk County District Attorney Wednesday night.
I'm sorry, I just have to stop this for a second because I swear, ashes to ashes, like that is probably one of the best descriptors yet.
On the Long Island serial killer case.
We've executed, as your report indicates, a great number of search warrants over a great many different places, and we're looking for everything from large items to
Look how docile that guy looks. It's just like, what? Yeah.
I don't like his hair.
Well, but I don't think he owns it, does he? Isn't that a toupee I read?
I don't think he owns it. Did he borrow somebody else's hair? He rented it.
Yeah, I don't think he owns that.
He went to Rent a Center and rented a toupee.
Unreal. But doesn't he look a hell of a lot friendlier in that little picture versus that booking photo?
You can barely see him.
Yeah.
And I mean, the phone's like covering half of his face.
I'm thinking more the other side, the left kind of side.
You like that other picture? I mean, he does look somewhat friendly in that pic.
Yeah, I mean, for a young person who's relatively naive, he could trick a person. He can change. It's like he's got masks and he can just switch masks like a lot of these guys can. They've got like a not Cheerio look to them and a holy shit, that's a Cheerio look to him. He's just creepy AF.
I mean, we can all
Molecular.
I can't even say that word. Thank you.
Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to say it either. Decarmentalize. I had to think about that one and untwist my tongue.
I know. I don't make it any better. I've always had issues with that word. I'm not sure why. But again, we can all do it, right? To a certain level.
What girls?
But these dudes literally.
Oh, they're pros.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pros at the art of deception. And usually what they go for, sadly, are people that are high risk, that are willing to even want to believe that guy doesn't look like a total psycho because they need to feed their kids.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what his wife comes out with. Hey, Megs, I'm going to try it right now. Sorry, while I'm doing it. That link is still down, right? Oh, no, it's not, friend.
It's back up?
It's back up. So give me 2 seconds.
Real quick, will you check on what's going on
it?
Chad? Guys, Chad Daybell's just this. I know it's a little sidetracked on what we're supposed to be talking about, but Chad Daybell was supposed to have a hearing today and it got canceled.
You betcha.
Minutes before, and then the website was down.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What are we on for date? So on the 18th, order of request to obtain approval to broadcast.
Okay.
19th, notice of non-opposition to defendant's motion. And also on the 19th, order on request to obtain approval to broadcast.
Okay. That was just yesterday.
So
right,
yeah.
7/19, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been curious all day. I was talking to Dandy this morning, and I was like losing my crap. It's like, what? Oh,
I mean, I
but
can't believe for real, like this guy's even going to
Lori,
jail. Yeah.
order to request and obtain approval to photograph a court proceedings, ex parte letter, and a memorandum decision of and order. She be talking.
Is she going to testify?
That's the way it's looking, right? Yeah.
Can she do that? Are they still married? Can she do that?
Yeah, even if you're married, you can do it.
It's like, but I know certain states have different laws. Like, so in Iowa, or where, well, they were married in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So does it go with the state that you're married in, or like the state that you're being tried in?
Well, is it mandatory if you're the wife that you don't talk? I thought that there was
It's not
spousal
mandatory. Like,
privilege.
well, some states will allow you to talk. If you want to talk, you can talk. But some states will be like, no, you can't even touch it because they're married. I think Texas is like that.
I'm sorry. I should look at that. You guys are hilarious. Oh, my word. Yeah. To the state crimes were committed, I think. Okay. Oh, isn't that amazing? That's a thing that basically it cracks me up. I mean, yeah, big strong man, all right. He's gonna go find himself a dance partner. Okay, back we go.
Forensic teams and crime scene techs have been searching 59-year-old Rex Huermann's Massapequa Park home since Friday, removing mounting evidence, including 200 guns, some he had permits for. They're also checking his Long Island storage units and properties he's connected to in South Carolina and Las Vegas.
We're also going to have to interview a great number of people.
So something else I found really interesting. So let me see, I'll go back just a hair. This property here, now, I think they said it's worth $106,000.
Oh, his condo in Las Vegas?
Yes. So that's $160,000 to purchase that place. But that house that is in Long Island, or that house is worth $650,000. That property.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just blows me away. It's like
New York too, though. Like
I never realized how expensive that city was.
Yeah.
So around New York, Jasmine, all those boroughs, are they equally as expensive, or the further out you go, the less?
I mean, I don't know, because I've heard, and it's weird because Rexy in that interview kind of mentioned it when he was talking about his job, about how there's like these grandfather laws where you can get in to a big place for super cheap.
If the place is grandfathered in, though, right?
So like Mr. Maxie over here had like a whole ground apartment growing up. He had like 7 bedrooms or something in the Bronx, and it was cheap as shit.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How much is that apartment? But you go from the Bronx over to like
well, if you're gonna live in a neighborhood,
wouldn't the Bronx have like the best food?
Probably. Does the Bronx have the best food?
That's where I'd be hanging out.
They have a lot of good food. How much was your apartment that you lived in? $325. How many rooms was it?
That one. That was $225.
$225.
Yeah, that was 5 bedrooms.
5 bedrooms. So and it was like a whole ground floor.
Yeah, it was a ground corner.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Rent control.
Rent control. Yeah. It was like grandfathered in.
Yeah, my grandparents lived there.
Moved to Canada.
Moved to Canada.
Okay, I'm going to start playing this.
Biggest.
Boom.
We're also going to have to interview a great number of people, which we'll be doing over the course of the next couple days.
Police say the Manhattan architect and father of two has been linked to the murders of 3 women and is the prime suspect in a 4th. Their remains found over a decade ago near Gilgo Beach. Investigators say they're also looking into other unsolved murders on Long Island and other cities to see if he's connected. We've learned his wife, seen here in green, also filed for divorce Wednesday.
We're going to expand our investigation into the other bodies on Gilgo Beach.
And now more women are coming forward saying they had
Wait,
eerie
hold up.
encounters with Heuermann, including 34-year-old Nicole Brass.
Did you say wait, hold up?
Yeah, they're just now gonna expand their inquiry into the other girls. They haven't been doing it already.
Right. Yep. Yep. I don't know. I think that with some of the crooked crap that was going on at that time, I think they were able to get rid of a lot of stuff. I don't quite know why that cop was getting everybody away from that case, telling the FBI, no, we don't want you, telling the other services or the other law enforcement, don't need you.
Well, is this why they just recently had that new
Yes.
whatchamacallit?
That's why they got the new guy.
The 2 of them, right? 2 new guys to take charge of. I thought they mentioned 2, but yeah, we're talking about the same thing. So
Yeah. He's a black guy. Nice looking. I think I can't remember his name, but
I thought
he
just the other day
had-
you had clicked on like a press conference and then they were talking about 2 new guys that came in like that had been replaced.
Because they started up that task force too, right?
Okay.
So yeah. So it seems once they got rid of the crooked people and they got like new people in, new guy running the show, a new crew, and then they made specifically a group to tackle this. And within 2 months, they had this guy under the scope. So why would that happen? I don't know. I would not be surprised to find out. I mean, allegedly, blah, blah, my twisted brain coming up with this stuff. The only reason I can see a cop getting to avoid a crime area, to avoid a dumping spot, is possibly because he used that dumping spot. His record is spooky. So it is. Yeah. I mean, he's in jail forever now.
What guy was this?
Let me see if I can't remember if I put this guy's name down yet, but I'm going to look. His name's not down yet, but let's see. I might be able to. Well, hello, Dave. Good to see you, friend. I'll see if I can. James Burke. No, why do they do this to me?
With a E at the end on Burke?
Yes. Did police corruption derail the Long Island serial? Cheerio. In December 2010, law enforcement found, it's taking it away from me too. Buy this one, buy that one. But yeah, James Burke did all sorts of really, really bad things.
I trust no one that carries around a Crown Royal bag with anything in it. So,
right? Yeah.
unless it's Crown Royal, then fine. But anything else, unacceptable.
So in 1979, the gruesome slaying of a 13-year-old boy riveted the suburbs of Suffolk County, New York, as the county hustled to bring the case to a dubious resolution. A wayward local teenager emerged with a convenient story to tell. For his cooperation, Jimmy Brooke was rewarded with a job as a cop. Thus began Burke's unlikely ascent to the top of one of the country's largest law enforcement jurisdictions. So yeah, he not good. Not good. Long Island police chief, along officials indicted on corruption charges. Facing a slew of corruption charges for allegedly fixing traffic tickets on behalf of a local business owner.
Hey, Frankie, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I'm going through this stuff and trying to find. Oh, I need to put his name in. Well, we'll watch this while we're searching, guys.
Are coming forward saying they had eerie encounters with Heuermann, including 34-year-old Nicole Brass.
He was very detailed, and it didn't seem like somebody who was just a true crime fan. It seemed like somebody who, as they talked about it, were reliving it in their head. Like, he seemed like excited, like it piqued his interest. He sat up straighter. He, relaxed his body. He seemed like really excited to talk about it.
She told CBS 2 over the phone she went on a date with the suspected serial killer years after the Gilgo Beach murders, and she was weirded out when he asked her if she knew about the killings.
We did surveil him. We did physical surveillance and otherwise surveilled him. And, from our observations and our investigation, it was pretty clear that this defendant was living a double life, a part of his life that he presented to the public, and a part of his life that he very much kept hidden.
And authorities say they expect crime scene investigators to be here at Heuermann's home for quite some time. Heuermann pleaded not guilty on Friday. He remains behind bars on suicide watch. His attorney says he looks forward to fighting this case in court.
Hello? Are you muted? Or am I muted?
I was so muted.
I was like, who is it? Who's the culprit?
Yeah. Cognitive is a little off.
There's a lot of things going on. So, acceptable.
The wife of Rex Huermann, charged in the unaliving of 3 women whose remains are found along a Long Island Beach roadway over a decade ago, filed for divorce yesterday. The attorney said Asa Alra filed the complaint in Suffolk County Supreme Court. The news of the divorce comes as neighbors and a woman who went out on a date with Heuermann are sharing their chilling encounters with him. Lizzie, all that noise for a cookie? Oh my. So Nicole Brass, 34, said that she had an ear. Really? Sit down. Went on a date or had an encounter with Heuermann years ago. She told the station she went on a date with the suspected Cheerio. years after Gilgo Beach deaths. She said he was excited to talk about these deaths. So,
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster. Oh, my word. And then they're talking about the neighbor that caught him peeking over the fence. And then the husband was like, what the hell you doing, buddy? So let's see here. It's almost like a road rage without the car. I walked away, but he's okay. Who was getting into an argument with him? Oh, the neighbor that said it's almost like road rage without the car. I walked away, but he's physically intimidating in the fact that he is 6'5", missing his left front tooth. His voice, oh, is he? His voice is very distinctive, and I thought he was a bully. That's why I wonder what the hell was happening behind those doors, right? Not guilty. Police say the wife and 2 children are in the dark about his double life. So the remains of Melissa Bartholomew, Amber Costello, Megan Waterman were discovered in a quarter-mile section of Ocean Parkway, along with Maureen Brainerd Barnes, but they have not charged him with that one quite yet. One thing I seen said something about them having hair, but it was not a good sample. The hair was broken. So that would be really sad if that's what it is that stops that family from getting justice. Then we've got Shannon Gilbert. And, we were talking about this today. What do you think? I'm not so sure. I think Shannon Gilbert is a totally different case.
I know. I was hearing y'all's theories about it.
Mm-hmm.
They make sense. They do.
It's so different. Did she get roofied?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think she was drugged with something, but I just hate to think that this girl was pretty much catfished and lured out to an area and got away from one maniac just to run into another one.
Because that's almost what we would have to believe, right? That is the truth.
And that's kind of the thing about Delphi too that annoys me.
Yeah.
Because what are the odds?
What are the odds?
But
maybe that
catfished and then ended up in the hands of someone else.
Oh, exactly.
I can't.
Oh, thank you for cookies. Thank you, Maxie.
The dog. Not for you.
Oh, my word. Oh, that defibrillator shot. Do you have it handy? Because, we know we can't go too much further into this without seeing Peter Hackett's acting skills. Oh, my word.
I'm going to call 911. Yeah. No, don't.
No, don't do that.
It's okay. I'm a doctor. Because you're also dying for what it sounds like.
Oh, right? Oh, my God, Peter. I'll see here. Are you looking by chance? Because if I'm on it.
What was I supposed to be looking for? I'm sorry. Was I
want to look for that video.
Oh, I got you. I was like,
yeah, but I'll see. There we go.
You got it?
Yep. Yep. Okay, stop. Stop. It's way too good.
It's too funny. You have to play it a little bit before so you can literally see
what's
talking
going
to
on.
them the whole entire time.
It's like, oh my word. Yeah, I'll have to. Okay, let's see here.
You're right. I should put that in the intro.
Yes.
I need to make
So you never ran a home for wayward girls, and you had nothing to do with Shannon Gilbert's death.
That's correct.
What about all the other girls?
Ah! Jeez, Christ.
What was that?
What is that?
Sons of bitches.
Call 911.
No,
right
don't.
now.
No, it's all right.
No.
I'm a doctor.
I'm calling 911.
Call 911. I'll excuse. Ah. Ah. Ah.
I'm going to call 911. You,
please
sir,
don't.
I'm going to call 911.
Yeah, you can call 911. What channel are you from?
I'm going to call 911. If you're having a problem with your defibrillator.
Like what? I'll sue you.
What?
Let me call 911.
What channel are you from?
Please, doctor, let me call 911.
Okay. Did you find out these guys caused me to have a defibrillation? Just take pictures of these clowns, would you?
Okay, let me call 911.
I'll be
Sir,
I'm out of
please
here.
let me call a doctor. Please.
I am a doctor.
I know, but you need assistance. If your defibrillator is having a problem, you need
No, my
assistance.
defibrillator's having a problem because you were shining that goddamn light in my eyes.
What? Because that's what happens.
The light caused the defibrillator inside of his.
Oh my word!
Like Tony Stark. My goodness.
Oh my goodness! It's just unbelievable. Every time I see it, I crack up. It's like, oh my god, man, you're slightly ridiculous. Oh my god. So let's see here next. Okay, I'm just going to touch on this. Jasmine. Really? I'm just going to touch on this for a second. I don't know why this is being thrown out there. I don't really see the point. But hey, let's take a look.
He's referring to Peaches and the baby, and apparently the baby, which was a toddler who was found, remains were found along Ocean Parkway, was placed in a wrap very delicately, and it seemed like that would be only a thing that a mother would do. I think that's where John's going with that. But we're not even sure if this man is responsible for Peaches and the
You see, and that's
baby,
the thing. I
or
don't
the
know these people. But that's the thing. Do we say it had to have been a woman?
Well, I mean, that was her kid, right?
Yes.
Did. I do
But
like
they're making
not Shannon, Shauna's theory about this. That she might have kind of mother took her with her, but like hit her in a certain spot.
Right? Yeah. That's probably one of the things, all the different theories that actually makes sense. Isn't she also, though, that part of her was found in one spot and another part of her was found in another?
I'm not sure about that. I don't know about that.
There's a couple of them. And again, I think Shauna was hitting on something that's possible as well about the different hurricanes and stuff that have gone through there. And yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've always said, like, imagine how many more there is probably in the water.
Absolutely.
Right there because of everything that's happened, Mother Nature.
Well, yeah, exactly. Absolutely. So this to me does not look even like the same dude. To me, he doesn't. He doesn't look like the same guy as that video where he's giving the interview.
Yeah, because he's not talking about himself. He's being asked.
Oh, and he's pissed off, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he expected to be picked up, and because he was, he's probably pissed off. It wasn't me.
I feel because of his Google searches, and I haven't read through all of them, but I do find the ones where he's looking up update on this, looking up specific names of girls.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that maybe he thought that his time was coming up.
Yeah, could be that. I would have to say, though, I think that task force was, like, amazingly quiet. Had you ever
Yeah.
heard of it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it blew me away.
I didn't
And, I
even know
mean
they had the things that they had.
No, me either.
The
Me
hairs, the
either.
DNA, they had all this. Oh my, I'm not even. Let's not go into it because I'm gonna start crying again. I also feel like look at what's been going on recently and the advancements that we have in DNA testing and how a lot of Cheerio killers have been getting caught as of recently because of
DNA, you bet.
certain things. So I wonder if they also maybe have, like, do you think his kids maybe did some sort of public testing?
Well, that's a possibility, right? He would just be happy about that.
Which would, I mean, that would give an explanation on why all of a sudden he was like, update. Like,
it could be, yeah. And what was, I mean, a little bit of stuff was coming out, but nothing about there being a task force, nothing about really headway. So, yeah, I mean, it could be that. I mean, like James said, crusty. What a way to get caught, you dumbass.
It's just very interesting because we're living in a time. This is the time right here where a lot of guys are being caught.
They really are DNA. You bet.
And it's a beautiful thing. It is, but
oh, for sure.
I think these guys are starting to, like, kind of understand it. They're like, oh,
yeah,
shit balls. Like, this is not good.
No, it's not good for the bad guys. It's really not. And I mean, absolutely one for the good guys because it's amazing. It's absolutely. Oh my God, did my dog drop doggy acid? Hello? Oh my God. Yeah, this guy, the other guy in the other side of what I think I see in this guy, when he was giving that interview, such a different looking person than this guy.
Can we play it?
Let's do it. Jasmine.
I mean, why can't we, right? It's let's play it. What kind of sandwich you got there?
Turkey.
I think so.
You want me to make you a sandwich?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Baha. Okay.
I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, Frankie. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder because, oh my word, it's like insane, these two brats. Yeah. Good all day until I get on here and it's like they know. So, Gilgo Beach Cheerio suspect Rex Huermann unalived at least one of his victims in his home. 59-year-old lived in the Massapequa Park, Long Island, home with his wife, Asa Alarup, and his adult daughter and stepson. So the way they word that, is it also stepdaughter or is this like his daughter?
No, it sounds like, because if it was the daughter was also his stepchild, they would say his two adult stepchildren.
That would make sense. Okay. So the home is just 18 miles from Gilgo Beach. And cops say Huermann was behind all three of the 2010. So let's see here. At least one victim in the Gilgo Beach murder was unalived at the Long Island home of Cheerio suspect Rex Huermann. Law enforcement sources told CBS that detectives are now looking into an unsolved deaths across the country to see if they are linked to Huermann 59. Cops say he was behind the three girls from 2010 that were buried on Gilgo Beach. So, architect lived in a dungeon-type Massapequa Park home, 18 miles away from the beach with his wife, Elsa. Okay, we just did that. Police were seen searching the place for trophies that could be linked. A lot of them are missing things. So that kind of falls right into the is he a Cheerio, right? Because most of them take something. So let's see here. One DailyMail.com previously spotted one investigator carrying a note listing some of the evidence found inside, including a rope kept in a vault, handcuff keys in a shelf underneath a workbench.
Wow. If that doesn't say guilty.
Right.
Test that rope for freaking DNA. Why would you keep rope in a vault?
Right? That is like hidden behind a wall.
Other than if it was some sort of trophy.
Oh, here's the note. Law enforcement load a pair of skates into the truck. Look at those fancy houses. And then you've got like House Oh Hell.
Like those skates are nice. It's just
you got to think if it's his biological daughter.
You see like those roller skates right there. They're cute. It's like someone had a childhood there. Something.
Yeah, the daughter grew up there.
This is what's going on. This is.
Yep. Spooky. Okay, who is this by? Oh, it's long, so we'll probably just go through bits and bytes.
I taught her everything I know. And she still knows more than me. She doesn't need help during boss battles anymore. But she does still want to borrow my
And then they play a commercial with roller skates.
No matter what she's into, I know she'll make it happen. Because if there's one thing she taught me, it's to play unstoppable.
I love Lego.
Rex Huermann, an architect.
This dude. Okay, what the hell did I just do? That guy
I'm an
there.
architectural consultant. I'm a troubleshooter.
Not the same look.
Born and raised on Long Island.
Okay.
Been working in Manhattan since 1987.
After more than a decade, police have finally arrested the man they believe is the Long Island serial killer, also known as the Gilgo Beach killer. True crime community has been obsessed with this unsolved case, and allegedly.
Okay,
so
one
has
thing
the
I
guy-
will say, because I didn't realize this was the same one I
search,
watched.
in-
Not a
he
lot of
had
new
over
information.
200 searches
If
pertaining
any.
You
to
you think
the
we
Gilgo
could actually just
investigation.
watch
He
the
was
actual
searching,
video? Would that
compulsively
be
searching
allowed?
pictures of the victims.
This?
Not only pictures of the
No,
victims,
like the actual
pictures of
interview
their
that he did.
relatives. And he was trying to locate
Yeah,
those
I
individuals.
haven't
In
seen the
addition
whole
to that,
thing
there
yet.
was
Let's
a
take a look
lot
back here.
I
of
sent it to you on
torture.
Discord earlier. Let me
Consider
Okay, let me
depictions of
take a
women
blue.
being abused,
resend it. I'll
being
resend it
raped,
to
and being killed.
59-year-old architect was taken into custody on
and
July
we can
3rd.
decide if it's allowed or not.
I can't. Not from that one anyways.
Not from Hidden True Crime.
No. Anything that's yeah, they could zap me. Sometimes I will go through, but I'll still bounce through. Sometimes I'll go through like Fox or even the Daily Mail. But when it's long like this, unless it's an actual press conference or something, I pretty much have to bounce through it.
At least I can find.
Okay, so I'll get back to this and see. So yeah, I mean, person can double check if it's anywhere else because it would be absolutely interesting to share. If not, we can jump onto Discord.
Yeah, we can always do that.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing CNN, like Insider. They're all. I do see Reddit, but Reddit's just going to lead you to another thing. So
right. Okay. Well, maybe that's something when a person gets some time, we can look at over in Discord.
Cool.
See what everybody thinks. I'm anxious to find out what the hell is in those storage units.
They did put a tent up. Usually, well, they might be doing that just because of who he is. So
that's what it sounds like. They were putting tents up in all of them so nobody could see inside. And what it looked like. As with any family, it's extremely upsetting and they're totally shocked and caught off guard. The family does not want to make any further statements. Police also revealed Heuermann might have ties to Atlantic City in New Jersey, and they have expanded their investigation into a fourth state. Damn. Yeah, this is that long one. Cops are probing whether he operated in the area and have been interviewing jailed workers who interacted with them. Oh my God, why just jailed ones? Several of them, and this is what's making it interesting. Several of them.
Dave, welcome to Frankie's Elites.
Yay! Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Love it. Several of them were manhandled around the neck. So we have been looking at some other cases that are similar, right? I appreciate it, Dave. Welcome to the family.
Aw, Dave. That's so sweet. Thank you.
Aw, that is kind.
So, guys, there's still a free membership up above if anyone's wants to snag it. Perry, Sunshine.
Nice. Nice. Drop a phone link, please, ma'am. Drop a phone link.
I'm not sure I can drop it again because it's just in the chat. You have to accept gifts, I believe, from what I've heard. I've never been on this side of having to explain to someone how to grab one.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
it looks to me like you can just go up to the top and maybe hit it.
Possibly, but I think you also have to have like accept gifts or something toggled, like where you allow someone to like gift you something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. I am such a rookie.
I don't know.
I am such a rookie.
I don't know. I don't know. How to do it.
So
continue on. Well, I'll figure it out over here.
So investigators believe the architect targeted these workers that he met online. He thinks he was pretty trick, I do believe. The investigation now covers 4 states, and we know about the timeshare in Las Vegas, and also not just the properties in South Carolina. And they are also looking for anything that's unsolved there. Him and his brother, Craig, who in my personal opinion seems like loonier than shit, they seem to have a lot of similarities. Well, he's got a property right across from where Rex bought, I think, 4 of them. So search warrants in 2 of the properties. And in one of them, they snagged up that Chevrolet Avalanche. And they're saying they believe it to be connected to the suspect. And I mean, I think it's awesome that they've grabbed it, but I'm still checking out that black one that he's been driving, because they're saying he's had that car for 10-15, or that truck for 10-15 years. So, I mean, sometimes people buy an old truck like that for parts or something along those lines. So hopefully I'm sure they are doing everything.
And Dave, it's okay. I like doing maps.
Yeah. Yeah, he was saying the other day, poor Mexi.
I just like to complain.
Honestly,
I have nothing else to do. But I do enjoy doing those things.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like I say, he was saying the other day, like, oh my God, that poor woman. I'm like, she likes it, Mikey. She likes
it. I made a whole calendar, Dave. I don't know if you know this, but I made a whole calendar for Myrtle. It's got clickable links and everything.
Yeah. Oh, it does. It is like the best thing out there. It is in Discord because the links don't seem to work. If I share it onto like my community page or anything, it doesn't seem the links will work off of that. At least not for me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But it is in Discord. Timelines are so great.
They are. They help you put things like actually see it, you know? I like seeing things. I'm a visual learner.
You're good, loves. I'll call Civic after and have him tell me how to do it. I forgot. I used to know the link, but I don't mod anymore nowadays. All righty. Thank you. Thank you.
Can't you scroll up in the chat and just
give me 2 seconds. Oh, are we looking for the Discord link?
No.
Okay.
Like I bought like a free membership.
Oh, and you're still talking. Okay.
And then Dave went and outdid himself.
Oh my goodness.
But now it's there. It's okay. If nobody picks it up, it just goes back into the account. I'll try another time. And yes, Sunshine, I was reading that on my Google search. I can refer a friend. So
okay.
Well, Frankie would have to do that from her page. Oh, don't do it now.
Me?
Yeah, not now.
I'm bringing some stuff up.
Okay, cool.
Because I'll have to learn how to do that. Okay, so now we want to go over here. I just find this so absolutely freaking bizarre. This is the wife and kids.
Oh, I forgot that Civic is the person on your Discord.
Like she did it back then, eh?
He's got a good name. I just realized, I was like, why is she talking about a Civic? Like, I was thinking about like a car. Like, why is she kind of called a Civic? And then I was like, oh.
Yay. Thank you, Shauna. Yeah.
It's
like
on her Discord. Sorry.
So, yeah, check her out now. Go back a little further. Check her out now. That's mom.
Mama.
The daughter looks kind of, I don't know what.
Wait. That link just took me to, well, your Discord. Can I, Might of Monsters, can I share your Discord?
Love it. Yes, please do if you can. There he goes. Look at how he stands over the other guys. Like, right? He's huge. Big guys like that get away with a lot. What did I just do? Oh, good girl, Lizzie. Bring it to mom. Good girl. Thank you. So that was them. Oh, no, don't do it. Just give it to me. Oh, no. You're doing good at first there. Let me just take that. Good Lord. So, estranged wife quickly came to terms with the fact that he was accused of being a perverted Cheerio.
I like how they worded that. Quickly.
Right?
Quickly came.
Good Lord.
My goodness. She really did file for divorce fairly quickly.
Oh my God, didn't she?
They must have showed her something.
Yeah. Or like I said, they just know him.
Well, yeah, they knew him, right? Like there was something to him.
Like maybe, yeah.
But then once they showed her like what it really was, because no one, you don't ever want to believe that the person that you love is Cheerio, right? You don't want to believe that. I mean, but you might pick up on some things and you maybe think it's something different, like he's cheating or,
right,
whatever. But you never go to that extreme. So she must have been shown something that
she could have seen those Google searches too. Absolutely.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. So the stepson is dealing with a handicap, and the daughter worked with daddy.
Why is she carrying that backpack in front?
I don't know. I really don't know what to say about this whole picture right now. I don't know what to think of them yet. Like, I don't think that they've done anything. I really don't think anything along those lines. But I'm really curious as to what they know. Are they holding stuff in? Have they held stuff in for a long time? Like,
will you let me be judgy for a second? Can you scroll
Oh,
back up just a little bit?
okay.
Can I just
Be judgy? Okay. The dress.
No, I just want to look up for a second. I just want to really look at. When was this taken?
Today. Or was this yesterday? Why did I think it was just today? Let's see here. July 20th. Must have been yesterday because this was 7:39 a.m. So it must have been yesterday.
What is she carrying? Can you scroll back up a little?
In here?
No, yeah, scroll back up. Just up. To the first picture. The first one.
More?
Yeah.
That?
What does she have in her hand?
It wasn't the hand that was standing out to me. Do I need to go back? Are you talking about this picture?
No.
And his wife?
No, down. That first, right there, that picture. What is she holding in her hand?
I don't see anything other than her cane.
She has like a cereal box or something.
Oh, and this picture here. Yeah. Get back here. No. I really don't know what that is.
Berry Cheerios. That's the plainest box of Cheerios I've ever seen. I don't know if you know this, but most boxes of cereal have like little games in the back. So when you sit there eating your cereal, you can play little games on the back of the
They used to
box.
put toys. They used to put toys
Those are the
in
good
them.
ones, man. Those are the good ones.
Are those the fancy ones now?
I don't know if they do that anymore. I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is just disturbing. His wife just says, okay.
Dandy hat. My roommate, I bought it for Christmas, a big ass spoon that says serial killer.
Travel is wonderful, but our world voyage is life-changing.
Sorry about that.
Jesus. I thought Cheez-Its were like yellow. No, they're red. Cheez-Its come in red, don't they?
Orange?
Red boxes. Cheez-Its?
So what is that?
They just that's hilarious. Were they taking this? I'm about to troll. Were they taking this to that one girl who faked her kidnapping on the side of the road? Are these the Cheez-Its? What's that girl's name? Carly. Carly. These are the Cheez-Its, guys. That's Cheez-Its. Sorry, Mickey. I don't think the doggos like my voice when I laugh. Mind you, my dog's just fucking snoring away.
Oh, she's running like in through the house and then back and then in and then through the house. And I don't think she has a clue what she's barking at. So this here is the Gilgo case. And it's their timeline. I'm actually going to add that. Let's take a peek. So this is not the same as the other ones through the cops. So Rex Huermann of Massapequa has been arrested and charged with 3 counts and 3 counts of first and second. And that is in relation to the deaths of Melissa Bartholomew, Megan Waterman, Amber Costello. So updates, July 16th, storage unit was searched. Okay, so give me another link here. Suffolk Police executed a search warrant at a storage unit in Amityville as part of the investigation into Rex Huermann. The 14th of July, suspect arrested, and Rex Huermann of Massapequa has been arrested and charged with the deaths in connection with the 3 victims. October 7th, 2022. So this is basically like one of our last updates. And that is the FBI is seeking to find out the identity of Peaches. The FBI is seeking info on Elijah Howell / Howard. Mr. Howard passed away in Alabama in 1963 and is presumably connected to Peaches and her daughter. Oh, isn't that interesting? May 17th of 2022, the lawyer for Shannon Gilbert's family held a press conference to dispute SCPD's claim that Shannon's death was an accident. So they've got a pretty good petition for victim memorial. The original memorials along Ocean Parkway have been taken down. The families would like a space to honor their loved ones. So they have identified Peaches. This is the leather belt that was, I do believe, wrapped around, was it Maureen? And then this is some jewelry that was also found. See the evidence page. So the leather belt, they believe it was handled by the perpetrator and did not belong to any of his victims. So it looks like there is an apparent press conference back in 2020. Peaches with her tattoo was found on an unidentified young African American female discovered in Hempstead Lake State Park in 1997. The victim's daughter, 1 or 2 years old, was also.
Hey, would you mind just scrolling up just a little bit to those letters?
You bet.
I know they look like letters, but like they might be symbols.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonder what they got. Yeah. I don't know what to think.
Letters, but I'd like to look that up for sure.
So one thing I remember from like school with making leather, right? Leather items, is you usually would stamp your initials on the inside somewhere, or your logo if it was a company or something
Yeah.
along those lines. So, yeah, I don't know quite what to think of them. HMWH, or symbols.
Yeah. The only reason it gives me pause is because I just recently saw something about like and I'm sorry if this isn't politically correct, but like African branding.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the branding looked very similar to some of those, and that's the
Oh,
only
is
reason
that
I gave
right?
you pause, because I was like, oh, those kind of
Mhm.
look like the.
You think it's HM? That, yeah.
I mean, if he was a carpenter worker, his father, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to believe he was a leather worker too.
Oh,
Because leather was
absolutely.
on furniture, so. What was his dad's name?
This I don't know as of yet.
I mean, that if that's an H, that's Heuermann, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like Perry said, like William Heuermann.
Yeah. Interesting.
And that's a very common name. So, I mean.
I don't know. I would like to see it compared to other things. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Not asking anyone else. I'll do that.
Yeah, but I agree with you, because I mean, might as well look at all angles, right?
Yeah. It's interesting.
In my mind. So that was Peaches with her tattoo. So this one they call Cherries, who is not officially linked at all. So this tattoo of two cherries was found on an unidentified Hispanic or light-skinned African-American female whose remains were discovered on shorelines in Mamaroneck and other parts of northern Long Island in 2007. Well, that's interesting. So this is Peach's jewelry. 2 gold bracelets were found, but they have identified Peaches. With me saying this, they have identified Peaches. And I think her last name is Mac. I'll have to double check. And then Baby Doe. Have they now that I'm saying that, did they identify Peaches? Now I'm double.
Nice.
Now I'm double guessing myself.
Is this the peacock one?
So Tina Foglia, 19, was unalived after attending a rock concert in West Islip in 1982. This diamond ring she wore was not found on her and may have been taken by her killer. So, there is stuff all around that area that is very possibly linked. Jasmine. Asian Jane Doe. This golden pig pendant was found on an unidentified Asian female whose body was discovered in Laddington, New York in 2013. The pendant may be a reference to the year of the pig in some Asian cultures. Recently, year of the pig includes 1971, 1983, 1995, and 2007. unidentified. So maps. Here we go. So Fire Island, Jane Doe. Skull of an unidentified female. DNA linked the legs that washed ashore on Fire Island. You see, like, what the hell's going on out there? Because literally, like, there's body parts all over the place.
Island, there's just a bunch of crazy homicidal maniacs running around.
Oh,
and they all live within the association.
The association.
I'm
Yeah.
starting conspiracy theories. I'm not really, because this is all based off of some fact.
So Peaches found June 28th, 1997, unidentified female torso, nicknamed Peaches due to tattoo of the peach. Other remains were also found on Gilgo Beach in 2011 and is the mother of Jane Doe, baby Doe. Like, you know, how close everything was. Like, oh my word.
It's hard to believe that there are several of them there. It's hard.
Well, I'm still undecided about how I feel about that. I was bombing around Ocean Parkway again. I just feel the need to like be looking at how close water was on either side of Ocean Parkway.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I don't understand why the ocean, like the open water on the other side, was not used. That's what would make sense to me. You wouldn't just toss them off the road. To me, you would think that you would go where there's going to be a tidal wave that comes in and out to help you with disposal. But this guy didn't do that.
You know what's weird too is that when they were going missing was kind of like June, July, September. It's it's hot, right? It's still kind of hot.
Yeah. I wouldn't imagine the nights are always hot though, not with the ocean.
No, but like what I'm thinking is there would be people around.
I don't think
that
so.
is like
Still,
kind of like a hangout area, like people.
Is it a hangout area? I didn't think it was.
From what I've heard, I thought it was.
I believe you. The only reason I thought not is just basically there's only one side that can be a hangout spot. And there's houses in along there. The other side is just like what I would call out here. It's not what it is, but what we would call out here in our swampy areas is like a muskeg type thing.
Well, you remember seeing, you only saw part of it, that Crime Daily thing that I was streaming earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of talked about that a little bit. They're like, in the winter, no one's there. But in the summer, they did say like people were up and along the beach.
Okay.
So it's a little ballsy, isn't it? Unless they're mistaken.
Aye.
So did he keep them for a while? I mean, did they really
stay out there that entire time?
Or did they pass away prior and he just kept them in a certain place and then went and put them there?
Well, I think they've got, yeah. Some of them were found pretty fast after coming up missing.
Were they?
Yeah, well, from the last time they seen their phone active to the time their bodies were found, some of them are not very long. Shannon, she was a long
When you
time.
say active, do you also mean active by him using their phone, or
No.
like you know
The
for sure like
last
they
yeah.
used the last time they used it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because they've got those dates pinned down pretty good as to when he was using it versus when they would have been using it. They've got the timeline down pretty good.
That's interesting to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. She like with most of the victims, if not all of the victims that they're dealing with right now, you can see where their phones would go from where they were
Right, to him
to hook up to this guy. And then all of a sudden their phones are dead. And within not too long, I mean, maybe it's worth another look, but I thought that some of them were like even within a couple of weeks.
Did he have a partner
in crime?
I know, like earlier you kind of just touched. Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
Can you please? Laughing fool back there. I know earlier you tried to touch on like him possibly having a female accomplice, and I know we talked about it, and we said possibly the brother, if it was any chance. It'd be like a brother, the son.
Yeah. I am that brother is, I'm sorry, kind of seeming like a wing nut. So I don't really.
And again, this brings me back to Shanann. I don't know if it's Shannon or Shanann. It's A-N at the end. I'm not. What are the odds that she encountered another maniac? Really, unless, and then that guy called, and then that guy called the family.
Yeah. So his name is still unknown. I just tried to find it, and all they're saying is his name is unknown. But they do give the daughter Victoria. Yeah, I mean, oh my word.
I don't know.
Like it just
yeah. I'm taking in everyone's theory and they're all good, and there's something that we don't know. I feel like there's like something missing that we don't know about.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a good thought too, Mom. You know, a collector until he needs to recycle the collection. You know, because this guy's thought process is going to be so foreign to us that pretty much, I think, it leaves it open until we start getting more answers. And I think more are going to come. Like, I think they're going to start getting hits on his DNA. What do you think?
Yeah, if they put it in CODIS.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Veronica Mack, friend. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, Veronica Mack. So next to Veronica Mack, which is kind of, I don't know, was the baby. This is where baby Doe was. And her mother was on the other side.
Who's the father to that child?
I don't know. That I don't know, because Peaches doesn't have a name yet, right?
Is that, yeah, because they did say they just identified her by the tattoo.
Yes. By the peaches. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, yeah. I mean, it is so. Okay, no. Yeah, they're.
See, those all say officially linked, and that's a lot of dots.
Yes. Yes.
Where are the blue ones? Okay, I see a blue. Wait, that's not blue.
Okay, so this is the route that Shannon took that night. She was at, her business was at 8 Fairway Drive, and then she took off, and you could just hear her just hoofing on her, and then she let out a couple of screams. So that was right around 17 Fairway Drive. She took the corner, and she was screaming a couple other times, and she was back on 43, it says what, the Bayonne? So partial, no, you go back. Partial remains, personal items recovered. So right in here, personal items. And then she was found somehow running through that crap all the way to over by the highway. The bayou. So let's see here. Yes. They're all in here. And then they do start to spread out a little bit. And then Jane Doe was over here by the little girl.
And then there's the male.
Yeah, and then there's that male dressed in women's clothing. Like, what?
I've only heard that in one spot, and that was on the Crime Daily report.
Okay.
Whatever it was that we watched earlier.
Okay. Author of Lost Girls has provided a map on his website. Oh, really?
Well, we can see that. Yeah. Where is that at?
Where is that? I need to do that, right? Interactive case map. Let's check it out. Check it out.
Do
it. Okay. Interactive case map. So Jones Beach, and it talks about the unidentified in here as well. Oh, looky. I'm sorry. I'm just going to poke around for a minute.
Yes, poke around.
Yeah, poke around.
That's what we're here for. My goodness.
Excerpts. And, ooh. Robert Kolker. So is that what the author? Yes. So interactive map is where we want to be. So okay, so BL interactively. Thank you. Active.
We are activate.
Megan Waters, found December 13th, 2010. The staff of the roller rink marveled at the way Megan could pivot from rage to charm in an instant.
Were those her roller skates?
Oh. Oh. Yuck. But yeah, there's definitely a possible. Well, I mean, that's a definite possibility, right? I would think. If it's something one of them is missing. So let's see here. Working her deep brown eyes to make everyone forgive whatever she's done. And they always thought fondly of her Nana, Muriel, who stood out from all the other parents in how passionately she defended Megan on the charges of misbehavior. appealing any ejection while standing there right beside her, acting like her chief counsel. Good for her, Nana. Everyone thought for going the extra mile for her granddaughter. Let me get back here. So it says that her mother lost custody of her when she was a baby and her grandmother raised her, creating an estrangement that formed the backdrop of her entire childhood. The birth of her own daughter brought a new chance for Megan to reconnect with her mother, but not long after the baby was born, Megan met Vibe, a dealer from New York who some say became her pimp. She was last seen leaving the Holiday Inn in Hauppauge, Long Island, late on the night of June 6, 2010. In Lost Girls, Megan's mother, grandmother, brother, and friends all provide insight into Megan's relationship with Vibe and the role he may have played in her disappearance. Whoa. Skull, hands, forearms of Jessica Taylor Manorville, found March 29th, 2011. 20-year-old escort who was last seen working the streets of Manhattan near the Port Authority bus terminal in 2003, 4 years before the first disappearance chronicled in Lost Girls. Estranged from her family, Taylor had an arrest record in Atlantic City, New York, and Washington, D.C. Her unclothed torso was found. Oh, get back there. Jesus.
Can you zoom in on that?
I'm sorry?
Can you zoom in on that?
Submit?
No, zoom in.
Oh, zoom in. There we go. That makes sense. And I'm going to send this to you while I'm thinking about it. This is the link. Okay, so is that large enough, guys?
Just go to more.
Yeah, no problem. What do you think of that?
Toggle over one of the things. So I can see what the... Oh, hello.
Hello.
I like
Is that better?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Oh my good God.
Look at that. Yes. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. I am fighting. My back door's open again, so I'm fighting the good fight with flies. My word.
I love the squeaking.
I'm sure all my little animals must smell like a frickin' buffet to them. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I wonder. Yeah, Valerie Mack. Yeah, Valerie Mack. I think he was doing this at his house. I just have a feeling, Perry, that all of this was happening at his house.
This could have been happening anywhere, to be honest. He had his own office building.
Oh, salt.
Houses or locations that he had some sort of lease with because of his contracting. More than likely, he would have a reason to be there.
Right.
And the probable cause did mention something like that. Like, I haven't read the whole thing. I've just kind of skimmed through it, but it did mention like that he replaced some like weird thing in like a building, just randomly. Or he did something else that was just random in another building. It was weird. Like,
I think he is a relatively random individual. For somebody that's been doing this, I just think this was a shit poor place to use as a dump spot. You know, maybe his second time around here, he's being a little smarter.
Frankie, what do you mean?
Right?
He got away with it for over 20 years.
Yep, he did. He did. They didn't link him, but I still think that that has something to do with criminal activities of the local law enforcement at the time. I think that's a lot of it.
There's something about that. I'm not willing to go on that deep dive, though. I don't.
Yeah, I looked into it a little bit today. I looked into this cop, and he was up to like a whole lot of no good. Him and his little cronies, and it had been that way for a long time. So you get rid of the corrupt ones and you bring in some people that really do give a shit about their state and their people. I think that made all the
deep dive now.
Pardon me?
You're gonna make me go on a deep dive now about this.
Oh my!
I'm sorry, Jazzy. I think it's my voice. She hates it. Just wait until I'm there. She's really gonna hate it.
Vehicle just went flying by Mach 1. Oh my goodness. So this is Maureen Bernard Barnes, found on December 13th, 2010. Maureen felt somehow anointed and touched. Hey, chillax. Jazzy. Oh my God, man. So let's see here. Maureen believed that the answers to most of life's mysteries were unattainable to anyone who sought them out. She told her sister and brother about what she had read and learned. Lecturing, am I even? I'm not even. I thought for sure I was going to look down and see that I muted myself.
You're good.
So she told her sister and brother about what she had read and learned, lecturing and making connections right before their eyes. Sometimes they believed, too. Maureen Brainard Barnes grew up in the industrial port town of Groton, Connecticut. She and her sister Missy and brother Will were inseparable, taking care of one another while their mother worked. Last seen in Manhattan on July 9th, 2007. She left behind a daughter and a son to take trips to New York to support them. In The Lost Girls, a close friend who traveled and worked alongside Maureen provides unique insights into Maureen's life as with her career, the circumstances surrounding her final trip to New York, and why she decided to stay behind herself when her traveling companions all went home. Melissa Bartholomew, found December 11th, 2010. Melissa wasn't acting like herself. Something was bothering her. She just was not happy. She laid down on the couch, resting her head against Jeff, and he tried again. Come home, he said. His sister-in-law ran a cosmetology school. He could get her a job there. And not yet, Melissa said. I'm almost ready, though. So Melissa Bartholomew graduated high school and earned a certificate from beauty school in Buffalo, New York, and worked briefly in the area before heading to New York with a friend. Buffalo, New York. Her family learned later that she had become an escort, first on the streets with a pimp and later on Craigslist. She was last seen leaving her apartment in the Bronx on July 12, 2009. So Lost Girls features the first ever detailed look at Melissa's life in New York. Readers will meet a close friend whom she worked late at night in Times Square with her boyfriend, whom police believe was her pimp. Through Melissa's family in Buffalo, readers will also learn of the world she left behind and of the strange phone calls Melissa's sister received from the man police believed to be her attacker. Like, what the hell is wrong with that man? You do this, and then you're so twisted that you find it necessary to terrorize these families?
It's about control.
It is about control. Unreal.
He wants to be the last image.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like...
Well,
Yeah.
and he wanted to terrorize them by telling them what he did to their family members. You know, and that one psychologist said he just wanted to hear the terror.
We love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, him, along with most of the other ones, they don't just unalive these people. They're cruel.
Yeah. Disclaimer, guys, this is all our opinions, not...
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We are not doctors, we're not therapists. We have no idea.
No, this is my very much uneducated guess.
I think we can all call them how we see them. Like, there's something twisted about some of these people.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most serial killers, anything that I've read anyways, show that they've got like that sadistic side to them. It's not, like you say, it's control.
Yeah. I did say, like, I went on a rant the other day talking about like how he wanted to be the person to talk to their family last. Not her. He's not going to give her that.
Yeah, well said. Well, and you know, the part that is even more mortifying is he was using these girls' telephones.
Yeah.
Like, nothing like scaring the living shit out of them.
I do kind of suspect, I don't know, I mean, if it can be proven or it will ever, if it's even a thing, but I do think he kept them.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. That's what you were saying. I mean, I can't say differently. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever know, but I think if they find something in that cellar or somewhere in that house, we'll know. But
yeah, or even those storage units, those properties. I mean, the possibilities are still endless, really.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know how many victims. We don't know. We're just starting. Like, this is just the beginning of this nightmare's second round, you know?
That really is a nightmare. This person really is. Because this is something that's been on my mind for years.
Yeah.
You know, I've been kind of like a little bit of a true crime junkie for a long time without really knowing. But this is something that I'd heard about a long time ago and always kept up with it. And it's nice to know that this is finally getting somewhere.
Yeah, it's getting some attention. And I think that, you know, that task force, they have their ducks in a row, I do believe, because they're going down the right rabbit holes and coming out with some answers. And me, I just...
those other guys, Frankie, like Rifkin and...
I haven't researched them enough yet to have an opinion.
But I mean, that's definitely a hole we need to dive down, because these guys have also been connected to this. Or
well, absolutely.
And I'd like to know about them.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I do believe that it's going to end up that it's more than one person doing these dumpings.
I
I
know.
think that's what we're going to find out. I could be mistaken, but I think in my uneducated guess, I can see Rex getting a little bit freaked out and finding another area. I mean, he's got lots of areas he can go to, and possibly some other sick shit, just realizing how handy that spot is, because ultimately, like you're saying, in wintertime, there's only a few little tiny beach towns there. And
No
I
one's
mean,
out there. Yeah, no one's
yeah.
gonna go out there. And by the way, I wasn't like when I said, ugh, I wasn't like to your comment. It
Mhm.
was like just me not being able to like I refuse
Oh,
to
I
believe
know.
that there's more of them just hanging around the same area. They're just like, hey man, what's up?
But in a place of 20 million people, but who's
I
even to know?
know.
Yeah. Yeah, like, it
Don't
just makes sense to me as to why. Looking at how that juts out, it just makes sense to me. I mean, there's also Oak Beach to look at too, because that's where Shannon Gilbert was coming out of.
yeah. I just
Mhm.
I
It's hard to believe, isn't it? But if they've got, okay, this is totally like hypothetical. There's absolutely no fact behind what I'm gonna. The
Hello.
predator.
Okay. Can you start over?
Let's just say hypothetically that there's a crooked cop out there that's a predator. Seems like a damn good spot for a guy that's might be rolling down the street, rolling down the highway, just doing his checks on the different towns. He just is so sus to me. The fact that he was doing whatever he could to get people to look in another direction. So what if, hypothetically, this guy is like, okay, well,
I have a question.
Mhm.
Because I don't know anything about this guy. Did he live in that neighborhood by chance?
Which guy?
That cop you're talking about. It just
I don't know. He definitely lived in like one of the boroughs in New York, but I'm not sure which one. I'm going to say probably Long Island, just due to the fact that they're the ones that have been in charge of this case.
Because I mean, I already find it super suspicious that association is attached to a neighborhood, and it's like you heard it, guys. On the 911 calls, it's a gated community. There's someone at the front that checks you.
Yes. Yes. But I also did notice when I was going through Gilgo Beach, going through that little area, they could get in. They could get in easily. I don't know so much about Oak Beach, but yeah, I'll have to look into the association of Oak Beach.
It's just weird, you know, like.
Oh, I agree. Weird AF.
I just find, you know, like, well, it's the little things that I'm just like, oh my God, why would you do that? Like,
But it is. It's all these little things. That's why I've been spending so much time walking around that freaking peninsula. As soon as I've got some time, I look at all the different things that have come out, and then I'm straight onto that Google Earth, bombing around there, trying to figure out like what the hell would make
Google's
someone.
fun. Just don't ever Google anything, but Google is fun. That neighborhood just always acted weird. Like
the whole neighborhood,
yeah, the neighborhood's always acted weird. They're like, there's cameras everywhere, but yet none of them worked. None of them caught nothing.
Yeah. And nobody would let her into their house. The one guy's like, oh, I think she's like a 14-year-old blonde. Well,
what a terrible description that was, because she's obviously not 14.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And then we've got that lady that's saying she's banging on my door. She's afraid, but I'm going to let her in. It's like, oh my God, people. Really?
And I don't know if it was like Sunshine or someone was like, I understand. I mean, like, because these days people are crazy. And I'm sure when you live in an association, gated community, that you're probably weird about people banging at your door late at night. But even if you didn't want to let them in,
yeah,
I would try to put them in a safe spot, stay out there with them, stay in front of them and away from them, but call 911. And I don't know. I just would have
handled.
What did that guy say? Honey, don't go hurting yourself.
Yeah. Don't go hurting yourself.
Something just.
Oh my word.
That's really.
Yeah. And then out there she got to run into Peter Hackett as well.
Yeah, someone's banging at your door in the middle of the night, and that's your response. Don't go hurting yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to save both of these for tomorrow. So we've already been streaming for a couple hours, and to get diving into that other stuff, I think is going to take us some time. So I think I'm probably going to call it and go through that stuff tomorrow.
Can we watch that video one more time? Because I'm kind of bummed now. I just made myself angry.
Which one? The one of him?
Yeah. Can we watch?
Let's see.
I bummed myself out thinking about it.
Oh, let me see if I can find it again.
Thanks.
Don't bum yourself out. No bumming yourself out, Megsy.
I hate that that's like even a response that people give each other, you know?
I know. Yep. Okay, Peter, we got you. Yeah, I just think that going through the rest of the stuff and just be like, it's going to take a while. So maybe a tomorrow thing. Let's see here. Where are you, you strange being? And he's moved from that entire area, right?
Where did he go, Alaska?
Right? Yeah. Okay, we're going to take that off. I make that bigger. And have I got it up, guys? Good to go?
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh.
So you never ran a home for wayward girls? Nope. And you had nothing to do with Shannon Gilbert's death?
That's correct.
What about all the other girls?
Yeah!
What was that?
What was that? What was that? That guy's freaking response is like the best. Not hard to, not fake at all.
So you never ran a home for wayward girls? Nope. And you had nothing to do with Shannon Gilbert's death?
No.
Correct.
No.
And the other girls?
What about all the other girls?
All the other ones?
What was that?
What's that?
No, don't. No, sorry. I'm a doctor.
I'm calling 911.
You call 911, I'll refuse.
I'll refuse. Okay.
I'm going to
call 911. Fudge, no. Don't do that, man. I'll
So
sue.
you never ran a home for wayward girls? Nope. And you had nothing to do with Shannon Gilbert's death?
That's
correct.
That's correct, yep.
What about all the other girls?
The other girls.
Yeah! Jesus Christ!
What was that?
What was that?
My defibrillator.
No,
don't. No, sorry. I'm a doctor.
I'm a
calling
doctor.
911.
You call 911, I'll refuse.
I'm going to call 911.
Please don't.
I'm going to call 911.
Yeah, you can call 911. What channel are you from?
Let me call 911. If you're having
What
a
channel
problem
are
with
you
your
from?
defibrillator, let me call
What
911.
channel are you from?
Please, doctor, let me call 911.
Okay. Would you find out these guys caused me to have a defibrillation? Let's take
A
pictures.
defibrillation.
Okay, let me call 911.
I'll be gone.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sir,
We have to
please
do
let me
this
call
again.
a doctor. Please.
I am a doctor.
I know,
I
but
am
you
a
need
doctor.
assistance. If your
It's
defibrillator is having a
holiday and
problem, you need
it's
No, my
assistance.
defibrillator's having a problem because you were shining that goddamn light in my eyes.
I'm thinking I would want like new hardware inside me if freaking light flash like causes your heart to like go out of whack.
If your eyeballs were connected to your heart.
And that guy like, what's that? Not are you okay? Can I help you? What's that? Okay, Mr. Hackett, let's do this
I
again.
just had a defibrillation.
So you never ran a home for wayward girls, and you had
No.
nothing to do with Shannon Gilbert's death.
That's correct.
That's right.
What about all
What
the
about
other
the
girls?
other girls?
Ah! Jesus Christ!
What was that?
My defibrillator. You sons of bitches.
Call 911.
No,
right
don't.
now.
No, it's all right.
No?
I'm a doctor.
I'm calling 911.
You call 911, I'll refuse.
What? What?
Oh,
I'm going to call 911. You,
please
sir,
don't.
I'm going to call 911.
No,
You
please.
call
No.
911. What
I
channel
don't
are
have
you from?
insurance.
I'm going to call 911. If you're having
What
a problem with your
channel are you
defibrillator,
Okay, what
let me call
What
911.
channel are you from?
Please, doctor, let me call 911.
Okay. Would you find out these guys caused me to have a defibrillation? Just take pictures of these clowns, would you?
Okay, let me call 911.
I'll be gone.
Sir, please let me call a doctor. Please.
I am a doctor.
I know,
am
but
a
you need
doctor.
assistance. If your defibrillator is having a problem, you need
No,
assistance.
my defibrillator's
I'm
having
fine.
a problem because you were shining that
Oh,
goddamn
that was
light in
so
my
damn
eyes.
good. Oh, I mean, I could watch that like over and over and over, and each time have equal amount of joy. Oh man, that
That's
was good.
hilarious.
Oh, I enjoyed that. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, Mexi. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Thank you for having me as always. It's always a pleasure for sure.
Yeah, always enjoy it one way or another. We've always got a way to kind of make a giggle out of something, right? And this like stop, Mr. Hackett. I need a defibrillator.
We should put that on a t-shirt. We need to put that on a t-shirt,
Oh,
Frankie.
we should. Stop, Mr. Hackett.
The defibrillator.
I
Just
need a
a
defibrillator. I need a defibrillator. Oh my God. It's true. Okay, I got it wrote down. Oh, wow. So yeah, good night, everyone, and thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I always forget to say it at the
Subscribe.
beginning. I always forget to say it in the middle.
Oi, subscribe.
Pardon me?
Oi, subscribe.
I will subscribe.
Right.
Have a great night, everybody.
See you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye.